Hello and welcome back to my channel, Big Buds Gaming. We have some more mods in Snowrunner today. We have a upgraded version of the in-game Taiga, which has a few extra options for suspension, transmission, tyres, and then we have the 3170 Terror, little scout truck. We have the M8092 truck, and this has a 2 or 3 slot bed. We also have Frog's Titanius Maximus, a very nice looking pickup truck. And then we also have the IX065 Mini Monster, another pickup truck that is very nice. No, I had huge problems with these mods. For some reason, I couldn't have them all installed at the same time. I could only have one at a time installed. Otherwise, the game just crashed every time it tried loading. But here we have the M8052. We'll just look at the options. So it's got a 425 horsepower engine. There's 2 options for the gearbox. It's off-road mode or regular. Then we have standard suspension or active suspension. And then we have a few tyres. I like these ones called Good Day. They've got a nice tread pattern to them. And then you've got your standard options of winches. Diff locks on always. And then you've got your snorkel, which goes up just behind the cab there. And then you've got a flatbed, which I think is just for 2. The bed or cargo bed, which is for 2. And then with the open flap, that's for 3 slots. And then we've got some options for the roof. A light bar, some spare tyres. I've never seen that front bumper as an option before, so I just put it on there. Pretty cool looking bumper. And then we've got some antennas. I'm just going to go for that one. And then you've got 2 other options of exhausts. And then there's also 3 different paint jobs for it. As well as the standard in-game interior accessories. Next we have the 3170 Terror. Now some of these trucks you will have to go to Russia maps for, and some of them you'll have to go to the American maps for. Pretty standard options on this. Like, it's standard in-game options, nothing extra special. It's just a small little scout car. But you've got the options of raised suspension, And there's a couple of unique wheels. We've got these BF Goodrich ones. As you can see, they've put the logo backwards for whatever reason. And then back to the standard in-game wheels. And then you've got another unique set there. And then you've got these balloon tyres from the Yar. So, nice range of options for tyres. I'm going to go with the balloons on this, just to fill it out. Put the autonomous winch on there. And then spare parts, it's kind of hard to see, but they go inside. So you'll see some jerry cans will appear inside the back. And then you've got the option for a roof rack, which will give you additional spare wheels and fuel. I didn't see what the cabin protector did, but the other option puts side steps on, so I went for that. And then we've got two different options of rear bumper. And two options for the front bumper. And then we've got two unique paint jobs. Racing style. Yeah, I just changed it to daytime so you can see it better. Just showing the lights. When you start it up, you get those like standard lights come on, and then you can put your high beams on, and you get additional lights come on the light bar on the roof. Nicely detailed interior too, you can see the dials and everything on the dashboard. And then this is the IX065, the Mini Monster, it's called in the mods browser. This is the Mini Monster truck. And as standard, it looks pretty basic, but it has some nice options to make it look a lot better. And so we have a few engine options. We have a V8, another V10, oh sorry, the V8, and then we have the OP iX15 Cummins, which is the OP engine, so there'll be lots of power on that. And then we have an off-road gearbox and the Iggy's R&D gearbox, which is also OP. And then we have a few suspension options. So I'm going to go with the jacked up firm. And then there's a good few options of wheels. We've got some duals, we've got some triples, we've got some wide tyres. We've got the big monster tyres. Low profiles by Quasi. So many choices. I'm going to go with those ones. Then we've got some options for the roof, including additional fog lights. That's kind of hard to see. Now it's supposed to have a chrome grille, but it looks matte black to me, and all it seems to do is change the headlights. And we've got a few bumpers, including 2 heavy weighted ones. We've got some trim options for around the bed and for the mirrors. 2 optional exhausts. And then 4 optional sets of rims. They're all black, so it's kind of hard to see. And then we've got the 2 winches, the OP offline and the other one. Snorkel, which just goes there at the front of the windscreen and is high. And then 2 options for the back. We've got spares and supplies. And we have what's called an ATV rack, which is suitable for 1 slot of cargo. It has an openable hood, and then you have the openable back flap, and then you can adjust the ramps for loading cargo. Although I would recommend, if you're doing cargo, put the lower suspension on, because as you'll see, the ramps are very steep at the current vehicle's height. And we just fold them up like that. And finally, we have Frog's Titanius Maximus. And this is a very nice looking truck. It's got a very nicely detailed interior. And that is its horn. It has a very unique horn. we have a couple engine options. We have stock, steel stock and super stock, and then stock or off-road suspension, gearbox, and then we have 5 different types of suspension of varying height. And then we've got some very nice sets of wheels, and I like the pricing of them too. $69. That's a good number. Now it says there's a hood openable, but there was no option to open it in the menu, as you'll see. But we have options for extra supplies in the bed and on the roof. Two different options for rims on these particular tyres anyway. It can also hook up to trailers, most of the trailers in the game, including the non-scout trailers. I did try and haul a really heavy load in the 8-slot trailer, but it did get stuck in the deep mud. But it put up a good effort until then. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.